Hey everyone, in today's shorter practice we're going to play with the theme, the quality of friction versus flow. So we're going to find moments where we tie together movements with our breath, creating this really fluid quality. And then we're going to intermingle it with some friction, some pause, some activation, some strength. And yeah, we're going to have a little play with the two to find this beautiful balance, how we can tap into our breath and this quality of centeredness within our mind. Let's get started on our backs to begin with. So roll yourself down and hug your knees towards the chest to start. You might just have hands on top of the shins, or maybe you reach towards the opposite wrist. So let's take a really slow breath in through the nose, filling up the thoracic cavity with breath, feeling the belly, the ribs, the chest push out and up into the sides. And then as you exhale through the mouth, just rest the body, let it drop down, feel it relax. Bring the knees on top of the hips and then drop the knees over to the right. You might hug the right hand around the left thigh. Maybe the left hand reaches out towards the left. Breathe in as you lift the knees up. As you exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Keep the right shoulder connected to the ground. Right arm might reach out. We're going to flow this a little more. Maybe you reach both arms out to the side in a T shape. Breathing in, lifting the knees high. Exhaling to drop into the right. Feeling that twist through the spine. Breathing in, lifting high. Exhaling to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. Let's go one more time of each. And just feeling this fluidity start to help bring your awareness to what's happening right now. Creating this focus and centeredness within the mind. Stack your knees back on top of your hips. Press the lower back towards the ground. And then reach your hands towards the thighs. We want to create this strong connection between the hands and the legs. So pull the knees towards the hands and the hands back towards the knees. And if you're doing this with enough intensity, you should definitely start to shake. That's what I'm doing right now. If you felt like more, you could lift the head off, kind of tucking the ribs to the hips, and maybe it's the forearms pressing into the thighs. Tuck the chin in. Feeling this strong sense of friction, of engagement through the core. One more breath. And then lower your body down. Full body stretch. Reach the arms out long. Reach your legs out long. Create length. Long breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale, hug the knees back into the chest, hands behind the thighs, rock yourself up. Come into a wider leg forward fold. So feet about mat width distance if you've got a mat. Relax the head, bend your knees. Maybe you take a little sway from side to side. Turn the toes out slightly, bring the heels in slightly, bend your knees for Malasana, garland pose. Lift the chest up. Breathe in here. As you exhale, lift your hips up. Let's flow these movements. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. A couple more in your own time. And you can keep your arms free. If you felt like something more, you could take your peace fingers around your big toes. And it's just going to anchor your hips down a little bit more as you sit. And then as you lift, you can kind of pull on your toes to reach the hips up higher. Let's go one more. Bend your knees, but sink your hips halfway. So hips are in line with the knees. Reach your arms forward and hold. Can you push your feet down a little bit? Engage your glutes. Feel the quads light up as well. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Make sure you're not too low. Sometimes if we're low, we're not engaging enough. So lift yourself up slightly. Let's go 2 more breaths. Lift up, big breath in through the nose. Feel that release through the front of the hips. Breathe out. Bring your hands behind your back. Little standing camel, Ustrasana. Push your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes. Maybe it feels nice to shift your hips from side to side here. Maybe you go around in a circle. Make sure your knees are bent a little bit here, just so that we're not locking the knees out. One more breath. Walk your feet underneath your hips. Breathe in as you lift your hips up, your hands up. As you exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe in. Lengthen your back. As you exhale, hands down, step back into your plank position. Hold for your breath in. Shift your weight forward. As you exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale for Cobra. Maybe upward facing dog. Hold. A few breaths here. Squeezing glutes. Push your hands down into the ground. Create length through the shoulders, through the neck. Imagine like your hip bones were trying to pull forward. Press through the tops of the feet. One more breath. Bring your knees down, hips back, child's pose. And just notice in those moments of hold how the breath is. Notice if you were holding your breath or if it was moving with ease. And sometimes when we feel really tense and we're holding, we're contracting, we hold our breath and we just want to let our breath free flow to help us to reduce excessive tension. Walk your hands back. Final couple of asanas here. You're going to walk your feet forward, take your feet wide, and then drop the knees from side to side. Hands behind you, lift up tall through the spine. We're going to add on to this, breathing in, turning knees in one direction. As you exhale, leaning forward. Don't lean too low. We want to try to keep the back quite long. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out to switch. Breathe in, lift tall. Breathe out to lean. If you want, you can have your hands down. Otherwise, maybe hands reaching back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, start to move. One more time of each. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go back to your first side. Lean forward and hold. Think about leaning your chest as far forward as you can. Can you reach your hands back more? I've got one more option for you. I tried this at home. Let's see if it actually works. It's kind of like a flying pigeon. You're going to shift your weight into your front shin and then push your shin and your knee down to the ground. You can have the hands down if you want for the transition, or hands off. Try extend your other leg back, and then maybe you try hover it off the ground. I've never done this before. It's kind of fun though. I feel lots of engagement through my glute and my quad. One more breath. Whew. Lower down. Lift up your knees. Breathe in. Breathe out, other side. Breathe in, lift nice and tall. As you exhale, lean forward. Hold. Long spine here. Again, we're not trying to go really low. We're trying to lift up and lengthen. Maybe you stay here. If you wanted to play, start by leaning forward. Your left hip will come off the ground. Wiggle your right foot back. Push the shin down, and then maybe the right foot lifts. That's fun. I should do that in more classes. Bring the knee down. How was your breath in that? Were you holding your breath? Were you moving? We're going to finish in a seat or lying down on our back, closing out our practice with a few moments of stillness, trying to find our breath again, noticing how that balance of friction and flow might have helped us to cultivate a sense of focus and presence within the mind. Close down your eyes if you haven't already. Slow down your breath. And just coming back, wiggling the body, moving just a little. Let's take a deeper breath in. Sigh out of the mouth. Thank you, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. Let me know how you found it. If you haven't already, give this class a thumbs up. Leave a comment, share it with a friend. And if you wanted some longer, more exclusive classes, as well as some behind the scenes content, then you can head over to our Patreon. I'll leave the link for that down below if you are curious. I'll see you on the mat very soon, I'm sure. Thank you so much for being here.